Major Gordon Cooper was one of the men chosen for the Mercury space program. His historic flight aboard Faith 7 lasted a record 34 hours, and he became the first man in history to orbit the planet 22 times.
3, 2, 1, 0, liftoff.
Astronaut Gordon Cooper returned to Earth as a true American hero.
All I can say is that it certainly is a great honor to be invited here and to be presented this award, and thank you all very much.
Today, Gordon Cooper looks back at his historic spaceflight.
It was very impressive out there and very awe-inspiring. When you look out here at this big universe that God has created for us, it makes you feel about that tall. It's very humbler, but it's very impressive and very awe-inspiring to look back on Earth from space.
Before Gordon Cooper entered the space program, he had his own encounter with a different type of space traveler. While flying over Central Europe, his fighter squadron came upon a formation of UFOs.
There were a number of extraterrestrial vehicles out there cruising around, flying the same kind of formation we fly in our fighters. They didn't have wings, they were saucer-shaped, and we never could get as high or as fast as they were, so to really positively identify them, but they were metallic-looking and saucer in shape. And they could do a few maneuvers that we couldn't do in an airplane, like just horizontally displace themselves rapidly, be flying along and just move over rapidly.
Gordon Cooper's UFO sighting wasn't his only close encounter. In 1958, he was working as a project manager at Edwards Air Force Base in California.
I had a film crew working for me on a project I was doing to put a precision landing system in on the edge of the dry lake bed. And they were filming the various stages of the installation. And a small saucer apparently flew overhead and put down some landing gear and landed out on the dry lake bed, only about 50 yards out. And these were old pro cameramen who were used to flying in all kinds of vehicles to take all kinds of pictures. And so they picked up their cameras and started over toward it and we get some close-ups. And with that, it lifted up, put the gear back in, and at a very high rate of speed disappeared. So they came in to tell me what happened. I told them to get over to the lab and develop the film immediately. And I would go and look in the book, regulation book, and see what you're supposed to do, who you have to call to report these kind of incidents, which I did. And by the time they got back with the film, there was a higher and higher and higher ranked man preceding the last one, assuring me that I had to get those negatives into a pouch and that they had made arrangements already to get our commanding general's airplane reserved and take the films to Washington.
In an effort to organize open investigations of UFO sightings, Gordon Cooper wrote a letter to the United Nations in 1976 appealing for assistance. His letter stated, "These are extraterrestrial vehicles visiting from other planets."
And it was presented to the council and certainly made a lot of people aware of a number of things that perhaps they had not been aware of before, so maybe it opened a few eyes. This universe is limitless and tremendous big universe, and we're kind of vain to think that we're the only ones that exist here.
I think it's extraordinary if a man of that caliber is publicly coming forward. Perhaps there is a sort of process of public acclamation going on, getting us used to